Hey guys, welcome back to Making a Brewery episode number 9. Wow, it's been a long time since I last did a video, and for good reason, really. The last video I did, I think I finished up with saying we got the news obviously that we wouldn't be making a brewery in the garage on the side of a house where we are at the moment. Um, and we were looking at other options. So that was probably over 3 months ago or so, and lots been going on since then. So ultimately, what happened around 3 months ago is we agreed to take on a lease in the railway station or the old railway station that I've spoken about. Have I shown videos or images or whatever on previous videos? Not sure which episode that's on, but yeah, we agreed in principle to take on the lease there. We were told by the committee who runs that building that it would just be a formality. They would ring the planning department in Cavan to get the go ahead. So a pre planning, just kind of a quick phone call. After a few weeks, we were still waiting to hear back, which was a little bit concerning. And then after a month, we found out that Cavan Planning Department had requested an official pre-planning application. So that dragged on essentially for a couple of months. We were still fairly certain that we were going to get that premises. We were planning to move in there. We were eager to get in as soon as possible, and um, ultimately, a few weeks ago, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, which was 3 months since we were told we agreed in principle to take on that place. We were told that the planning department wouldn't approve us moving in there because essentially the land or the building is zoned for public and community use, and brewery wouldn't fit under that designation. So, in order for us to go in there, we probably would have needed to rezone the whole land, which was never going to happen. Like they're talking years and years of planning applications and appeals and all that crap. So during that 3 month period, it's not as if we haven't been doing anything. Myself and my wife have been working hard behind the scenes. We've been engaging extensively with the local enterprise office, with the mentor, which was assigned to us from the local enterprise office. Not sure if I mentioned that on a previous video, but we were assigned a mentor to work with and formulate our business plan and financial projections. So we've been working on that. During the last few months as well, I've bought some extra equipment. So you can probably see there's a big sink, stainless steel. There's another stainless steel table. There's also, this place is a mess at the moment, so please forgive me. There is also another table in there. I've got myself, you can't see this now, but I've got myself it's in that box down there anyway. A label applicator for I think it's called the M50 or N50. I can't remember. I'll show you guys once I'm setting it up. What it's called, or I can't recall the name. Anyhow, that's not important. I've been buying lots of equipment. I've been getting myself ready, but obviously we had that disappointing news that we wouldn't be moving into the railway station a couple of weeks ago. So back to square one again, unfortunately, with that, and we started to look. Um, we started to look for other premises in the meantime. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else have I been up to over the last few months. We went on a nice trip to Iceland. Myself and my wife, we visited a brewery over there, RVK, which was pretty cool. We did a private brewery tour and we met with one of the head brewers there, Andy. It was a really nice guy, and we agreed that we would potentially do a collaboration at some stage in the future. So hopefully that's something further down the line. We also visited Gran Canaria, where I went to visit the guys in Galata Brewing, which is, I think it's one of the only craft breweries in Gran Canaria. So that was pretty cool. They have a nice small setup, so similar to what, slightly bigger than what I'm doing at the moment, but quite small as well. So that was really, really interesting. Um, But yeah, that's I've been doing a lot of pilot brewing and just really kind of trying to upskill myself over the last few months and keep interested and keep motivated. But it has been very, very, very demotivating over the last number of months or so, because ultimately we're now into mid-November. We bought the equipment in January with the hope that we would probably have a premises by March or so, and it's nearly been a full year, and we still haven't got a premises, or do we? So good news on that front. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna finish this video here, and I'll record a video of the good news which I've just got a moment ago. So yeah, check that out. Well, folks, shit just got real because I've just signed a lease on a premises. So, yeah, it's been a long journey to get to this point. So, let's jump out and have a look at what we're going to be dealing with. This is our new home. Right, so show you. So this is the office. Does need a little bit of work, but nice to have this space. Just zoom out there a little bit. But yeah, we have a little office. We have 3-phase power. Hallelujah. And then this is our space. So plenty of big space. Potentially a bit of storage up there above the office. We have our shutter doors, 3-phase power connection, and Brucey bonus, we also have a toilet, which certainly needs a little bit of work, but very nice indeed. So very excited to have the new premises. Yeah, stay tuned for more content. Welcome back. Well, we've had the keys for a couple of days now, so just wanted to do a quick check-in video to give you a proper show around the place and talk to you a little bit about what I'm thinking of doing with the place. So I came in here yesterday evening, should have took some video but didn't really get a chance, just to tidy up the place a little bit. My wife Alex did a little bit of cleaning as well. The place was a little bit stale because it's probably been lying empty for half a year at least anyway. So I came in, did a bit of cleaning, and then started doing a couple of things. So first of all, I started painting the office. So it's not quite there yet, but getting there. Just giving the walls a bit of a lick, bit of a tidy up. Took down some mouldy old blinds, so I'll replace those. Trip to IKEA this weekend and get some new blinds in. The landlord did say to me that he'd give me a desk and a chair, some office equipment, so I'll give him a couple of weeks and see does he drop that over to me. If not, no big deal. I can pick up something myself. Just want to get the office nice as a base, somewhere that you can sit, maybe put a heater in here, because I can imagine this place will be quite cold in the winter time. So somewhere to get a little bit of work done and a little bit of quiet away from the brewery floor. So it's a nice size office. The only thing that's missing from the office is it doesn't actually have a door at the moment. It looks like the previous owner took the door off. So again, the landlord said he'd sort me out with that. So yeah, I did a little bit of painting last night. I'm going to do a little bit more this evening, just a second coat on that. It'll probably take 3 or 4. So yeah, so I came in yesterday evening. Let me flip this camera around so I can show you what I was doing yesterday evening. Yeah, so came in yesterday evening, and what I wanted to do was just measure the place out and see where everything would fit, essentially, and try to work out where would be the best position for the brew kettle, the fermenters, and things like that. So, yeah, let me kind of talk you through what I've been thinking. So, although initially I had thought that it would be best to put everything over this side of the room. The three-phase power connection is already here on the wall. It seemed like the logical place to do it. The more I thought about it, and there's a few different factors here, I think I'm going to put everything over this side of the room. So let me talk you through that step by step. So this area here, just get that to focus in. This area here is the first area where you can see wet floor there. That's going to be a sink area, and I'll talk a bit about why that is. Essentially, our water connection is over here. So you can see that hose coming out of the wall, and it's connected into the bathroom. So in order to get water to the other side of the room, I think what I'm going to have to do is just run a pipe up that wall, over the roller shutters there, and then back down that wall there, and put the sink in there. And the reason for this area is essentially I'll be able to run a drain out here as well. So just discovered this last night as well. So this was a bit of a worry in terms of how we're going to get drainage in here. So what I realized last night is this drain that's just outside the door here actually goes off and exits into this drain here, which is the exact same drain that comes out of the toilet there. So ultimately, if I can put some form of a drain into the floor there, and also coming up along here, a floor drain, that takes care of my drainage issue. So that's number one on the agenda. The sink will go in there. Next to the sink, I will put a IBC tank, a 1,000 litre IBC tank. The reason for that is I want to be able to store my water in there, and then run a pump off that into an RO system, and then into what will be here, which will be the HLT. So the HLT will be there, and then any water that I use in terms of heat exchanger or cooling will go straight back into the IBC tank that will be there, and I'll be able to use that as RO water. So trying to conserve a bit of water there. This area here will be for the Braumeister. I've kind of given it a bit of space there just for maneuverability and being able to get around the place. And then this section over here is where the four Braumeister or Speedle fermenters will go. So each space there is marking one fermenter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the two Brew Tools 300 F300s, which I intend to buy, will go along here. And then this box shape here is roughly the area where the cold room will go as well. So everything's kind of marked out nicely. Then this white line on the floor here, this area here is where I have two stainless steel tables, and they'll go along there for packaging and bottling and that type of stuff as well, labeling as well. And then the intention is for storage of grain and bottles and things like that. There's an area up above there where I can have some storage. Also an area up above the office over there where I can potentially put some storage, but also as well above the cold room. This area here, just to the back of the toilet, potentially will be more storage as well, maybe space for a couple of pallets can go in there. And then the rest of the space in here, all the way to the door, is where I'm going to put a bit of a kind of a visitors area, or if I want to do brewery tours and things like that, I can let people in from that front door and they'll be able to see all that's going on in the brewery itself. So yeah, it's maybe in this area I'll put a little bit of a bar for when people are visiting on the brewery tours, so they can sample some beers. I won't fit a huge amount of people in here, and I'm not sure I'll even get the licensing for that type of thing, letting people drink in here. It would be wonderful if I did. It would be great. There is a nice outside area here where people could potentially stick a couple of tables and chairs, and also just out the front as well. So let me just walk you around the building so you can see the full shot of it. So there's the windows where the fermenters are going to be going along that wall, and then this is our office where we're just doing a bit of painting, and then this is the front door of the building. So that's it for the moment, the grand tour. As I said, I'm going to do a couple of things here today. Probably give that wall another coat in the office, and I also have this storage rack, which I've just got from Halfords, that I need to put together. I don't want to put too much in here at the moment, because I'm probably going to need to start cutting up the floor, painting the floor, painting the walls, etc. So I don't want to put too much stuff in here and then have to move it all back out again. So yeah, there's just to give you an idea of where that drain will go. Run the drain along this line that I'm walking now, the floor drain I'm talking about, and then somehow make it exit into this drain outside, and then it goes off into the corner out there into that drain. So yeah, cool. What else do I need to do? Yeah, so I think I have a plumber coming to see me soon to talk about what we need from a water connection point of view and a drainage point of view. So hopefully he'll come see me this evening or maybe tomorrow, and then I'm going to need to get an electrician to potentially reroute this three-phase here, or maybe take a new connection from the box over there, run it up over the office and back down somewhere around where those two plugs are at the moment for the Braumeister. So that's what I need the three-phase for, and maybe I'll move those couple of plugs there over here for controlling the ink boards related to the fermenters and any chillers and things like that. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll maybe take a little bit more footage as I'm painting and putting together this rack, but other than that, that's your grand tour. I'll keep you posted. So it's taken me about an hour to get to this stage on this rack. Why, oh why, do they give instructions that just have stupid images on them and no words? I will never know. Surely they could just employ a translator to put it into a few languages or something like that. But anyway, an hour to get to this stage. It's taken way too long. I don't think I'm going to paint this evening because the walls are still a little bit wet. I painted last night. So I'm just going to finish this rack off and leave it at that, call it a day. I want to go home and watch the football, Ireland playing Portugal, to send me into the depths of depression because we lose tonight. Essentially, that's our World Cup over. So, yeah, I'm going to finish this up and then head home and watch the football. And then tomorrow, I think I'm heading up to Dublin to get some crap in IKEA and stuff like that. And then I'll do a bit at the weekend as well. So, hopefully I'll get some more coverage then. But I'll wrap up this video for now. Thanks for watching. As always, if you enjoy the content and you want to follow the journey a little bit further, please like and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Pop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback and what you think of the new premises. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support. And I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.